German.
German. And the new one right here, that the upcoming one is Mandarin. This is this one which is upcoming. So amazing. Okay, we are on YouTube right now, right? Great. Perfect. Thank you so much, Paul. Nice. So I will share the questions right here. There is a definition of what is imposter syndrome. If you are not familiar with this term, let me share right here. Guys, don't forget to copy these questions. Here we go. There are 10 questions. Let me take the remaining ones. Here. Great. You will be back in a few minutes. Let yourself be vulnerable today. Share your insecurities, your triggers, if you are comfortable to do so. And if you are not comfortable sharing it, that's okay. Be respectful with each other, and that's all. Okay. And I will be here. Accept my invite, please. If you didn't receive an invitation, that means that you will be here on YouTube. Great. Nice. Okay, great. Hi, say hello to YouTube, guys.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Great. So this topic, guys, I find it such an important topic to address because it's pretty important when it's pretty problematic, actually, when you can't praise yourself for your own achievement. I find it pretty problematic. So it's important to share these things, get some things off our chest, and so on. As I said, feel comfortable to be vulnerable tonight. So let's start out by introducing ourselves. Do you mind, Yuri?
Hey guys, so my name is Yuri. I live in São Luís, Maranhão. I study law at college and I'm 18. I have been here in TNT for a long time, since the last year, and this year I became a host of Tuesday at 6 p.m. So coming from my meeting too. And thank you guys.
Great. That's awesome. Angel, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Andrew Miller. I am 32 years old. I'm a geologist. I'm from Goiânia and live in Campinas, São Paulo. That's it.
Great. Great. Leandra, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, guys. My name is Leandra. I'm from Manaus, Amazonas. I'm 37 years old. I'm an assistant administrative. I'm in TNT for improving my English. And so that's in the moment.
Perfect. Great. Mariana, let's go all over again.
Okay. I'm Mariana. I am 24 years old. I'm a Portuguese teacher, and I'm studying for improve my English because I am also an English teacher, and I'm going to be au pair this year. And I live in Peruíbe, São Paulo.
Nice. How often do you go to the beach?
And the pandemic, never, but in the good times, often.
Great. Thanks, Mariana. So I think we can start out, right?
Hey, what about me? Oh,
Paula, I'm sorry. I forgot. I have a memory like a sleeve, guys. I'm sorry.
No problem. So, I am Paula. I'm 36 years old and I'm from Vitória da Conquista, Bahia. And soon I'll be start studying psychology. So that's the new about me.
Yes, fun facts. I forgot my stepmother, you see? Stepmother.
See?
Anyways, okay, guys, let's get started. Here we go. Let me open our chat to draw your attention to the first one question. What comes to mind when you think of imposter syndrome? You can just drop a few words as you want, guys. And then, Endo, what comes to mind when you think of imposter syndrome?
Well, I think it's something related to fear and self-sabotage and something like that, the feeling that you aren't enough to do something that you know that you can, but you feel that you can't. So, this kind of feeling block you to move forward, to look forward further, and that's it.
I'm totally with you. I really, really think that this syndrome has something to do with our childhood, Everything that goes wrong in my life, I blame my childhood or my high school, my times of high school and so on. What about you, Yuri? What are your thoughts on it? Do you agree with Endo?
Yeah, I totally agree with Endo. No, I guess it's very related with self-knowledge too, like self-esteem. I guess sometimes we start to thinking and not consider yourselves enough to do something, but it's not in this way, we have capacity to do all the things that we want to do, but sometimes our mind try to sabotage yourself, So I guess it's very related with this. It's related with self knowledge, self esteem, and self sabotage, like Endo said.
Nice, great, great. I'm totally with you. What about you, Mariana? Do you agree with us?
I think then we saw other people doing a lot of things and we think we not doing enough all the time. So that's it.
Got it? I'm totally with you, to be honest. So true. What about you, Leandra? What are your thoughts on it?
Okay, I think sometimes I feel like confidence, fear. I don't know. I think I have the ability for this, but other people do this because they can. But usually there is a self sabotage sometimes. Do you know there something?
Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true. What about you, Paula? Do you agree with us?
Yeah, I agree with you all, guys. I think it's a matter of self-confidence also, Sometimes you think you are a fraud or you do not deserve your accomplishments. It's kind of, when you do something really hard, you do not think about your hard work to achieve the results. And sometimes you think, oh, anyone else could do this better than me. So I think that's it.
I'm totally with you. Totally with you. It really, really feels like you're living someone else's life, but not yours. Okay, let's move on to the next. Thanks for all your sharing. So the next one is there any accomplishment of yours which you often question yourself if you truly deserve it? If so, are you aware of its triggers? And then, Yuri, are you comfortable to share with us, first of all?
Yeah, no problem. Well, I guess the only accomplishment that I thinking now is about my college, where when I passed at the public college in my state, and I started this. Sometimes I think about this, because I study my whole life at private school, so I have support, to study and things like that. And sometimes I start to think, oh my God, if I only pass in this college because I have this kind of support, or because of uh, my my meritocracy, is related like this, So of course, I guess it could be more easily for me because I have this kind of support, but I now I realize that I have my accomplishment. It's I guess it's both. I have this kind of support, but I try to do this and I get it this. So for me,
Okay. So relatable. Thanks for sharing. What about you, Mariana?
I always think about it because I'm Black woman, so I think that so many things that I can do because I have support and my family and more money than other people. So I feel bad about no past stuff, bad stuff, It's kind of weird.
I feel ya. So, what about you, Leandra? What are
Oh.
your thoughts on it?
I think no more in the past, but I question myself more about the things I want to do in the present and in the future. And sometimes I doubt if you will achieve it. But I always try to work in my mind and don't have doubt in my capacity to do this.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. What about you, Paula?
Yeah, it happened to me, It happened to me when I graduated. I was 21 years old when I finished my college. And I started teaching in a public school. And there was that feeling, in my head, oh, you don't know enough to teach others. So what are you doing there, because you're not good enough to teach others. But then I just did my job. And nowadays here on TNT also, when I first met TNT, I thought that I didn't have English enough to talk. No, I didn't talk very well. I do not speak very well actually. And when I was invited to be a hostess here, I thought, oh my gosh, I cannot do that, because I'm really shy. I can't think about interesting topics to bring to people. And every time I was thinking about some topic, had this in my mind. Why people would like to talk about it? It's like a bullshit. No one wants to talk about it. So it always, I always had this kind of thought.
I'm pretty surprised, to be
Yeah.
honest. Okay. What about you? Thanks for sharing. What about you, Wendell?
Well, nowadays I'm doing my PhD research, so I'm in a University of Campinas. So it's very weird for me that we have in university a lot of high-level students, very productive, and the comparison sometimes is very hurtful in terms of, oh my God. I have to do like this or like that or like that person, and you start to duty yourself in that term to be very productive, hyper productive, or something like that. But I'm thinking about what Mariana says. I'm like, as a black man, I have to learn. I had to learn a lot how to be resilient with my life. Tough times, but I learned with it. So I can nowadays. I think I have more confidence to move forward, and do what I think I can do.
Good. Talking about social issues, guys, there is an interesting question that we can talk about it, because Ender and Mariana talk about their hard times in being black and so forth. We can talk about it even more. So I would like to share something. I first felt the imposter symptoms when I was about to get into a high school. Iteki, it's the name. So I tried to get into it. I made it. I got into it, and all the years that I spent there, I constantly used to question myself, like, what am I doing here? And to be honest, I got into there, and with a good position. I at the ranking thing like this, I was at the fifth position, but as the time passes and the years passed, I always used to question myself, and I will blame my age. I didn't have a mindset, like a helpful mindset, like, okay, I'm going through it, but what am I doing about it? A action plan never came around, and I will totally blame my age. That's it. All right. I think we can move on to the next question. Thanks for all your sharings. Actually, guys, I think you didn't mention your triggers. Are you aware of your triggers? Anyone would like to share something? My triggers, we start out. My triggers are like, I live in the suburbs, so I am surrounded by, how could I put it? I'm surrounded by this motivation. So it's a huge success for me to made a lot of things that I've done in my life. So this is a kind of a trigger. See it as a trigger. What about you? Are you aware of your triggers? 5 seconds until we move on to the next question. Nothing. Yes, Paula.
No, I'm just thinking about I have this thought in my mind that everyone will be better than me. So I think it's a trigger. I'm not enough. Everyone can do better. So I think, yeah.
That's
I
the
think
point.
my
But like,
trigger.
can you find a gap in your like childhood?
Yes, in my yes. Now that you said, I was talking to my sister a few days ago because my niece was discussing about some topic with us, and then I realized that we didn't have this kind of conversation at home. We didn't share our thoughts. We didn't discuss about relevant topics at home. So I think somehow it stopped us to talk about stuff, to share about our thoughts, our knowledge, And that's how I feel. That's why I feel that it's a matter of lack of self-confidence. Oh.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome. Okay, work on self-knowledge today, guys. What about you? What about the other ones? Would you like to share any triggers? No? Okay.
I guess I can. Well, I guess for me, it's very related with Paula. I guess it's about self knowledge too. I remember when I was a kid and kind of things, and I didn't like to, I don't know, to be the focus of the attention of everyone. Because in my mind, I start to think, oh my God, if I wrong something, if I not good, is not good enough to do this. So I remember that I try to not be the focus of the attention of everyone. I try not to do, for example, if I try to if you have on debate on the classes and kind of things, and I don't talk a lot or this kind of things because I don't like attention from me because maybe the people start to thinking about my mistakes. So I guess for me is one kind of trigger that I start to work in these when I start to growing.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. All right. Anyone else? All right. I think we can move on to the next one. The third one. Here we go. Do you think you're hard on yourself when it comes to your mistakes or failures? How often do you downplay your achievement? To be honest, I'm always pretty hard on myself. And I think there is a trigger for it, which is my mom. It's kind of, I understand her, but my mom, she planned all my life, my professional life, my academic life, and then until ninth grade, it was everything okay. After it, I had hard times, but every time I got a mistake, I face myself with a mistake or a failure. I'm too hard on myself because I start to think about this planning that my mom had made for me, and so crazy. So many things going on in my mind. So, what about you, Mariana? Do you feel the same?
Oh, I mean, I usually used to do that with myself, but for now, uh, I think it's about the last year. I'm trying to be nicer with me, and be happy with which little thing that I I don't know the word for that, but I feel that I learned, so so I'm trying to be more nice than me. That's it.
I feel that. And it's such a progress, self
No.
knowledge. It's a hard work. It's something
Yeah, it is.
that's demanding, actually. Very,
Mhm.
very demanding. Okay, thanks for sharing. What about you, Leandra? How do you feel about it?
So I think the same thing you. I'm really very critical of myself and always ask myself why I didn't do differently in my childhood, in my adolescence, teenager, and especially when I came to learn English. And yeah, now I sometimes I belittle my achievement. So I think I should not to since do we should be grateful to all for achievements. That is this.
That's true. That's true. So relatable. Thanks for sharing. What about you, Wento? How do you feel?
Yeah, I think I feel the same, I'm hard on myself. Sometimes I start to do a lot of things, it's more easy to forget the hard things that you pass through. you know, and to change the things that you have to do in a moment, you know, that becoming in your mind become bigger, you know, instantly become bigger. So you, oh my God, what the hell is that? But you know, you sometimes you pass through bigger than this, you know, bigger things than this. So I don't know how to overcome this feeling, you know, to be honest, but you know, it happened a lot, I know, with me also.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Like as Leandra said, I always remind myself of a mistake that I made in 2015, in 2014. It's insane. What about you, Paula? How do you feel about it?
Yes, I criticize myself a lot, you know. I'm a perfectionist person, so and I overthink before, during, and after something that I have to do, you know. And I always think, oh, I could have done this better, you know, no matter in a better way. So, and I start thinking, uh, better ways that I should have done something just in case if I had to do this another time. So I I criticize myself. I think I'm hard on me. So, and as
Okay.
I said, I always think that I do not deserve, you
Mhm.
know, uh, some some results or some accomplish some compliments. So,
Yes.
uh,
Okay. So relatable. Thanks for sharing. What about you, Yuri? How do you feel?
Well, I guess I feel I like everyone said, you know, I start to criticize myself a lot, you know. And one thing that I do a lot, but I'm not so aware about this, is compare myself with other people, you know. I do this a lot, like to I don't know, I do my things, you know, and if I not if I failed, you know, I oh my god, this he do better than me, you know. So why I don't I not enough to do this, you know. Why I don't have capacity to do this, you know. So I start to compare myself with other people that have I don't know, for example, when I was at school in the period of exams and this kind of things, we have people that are so good at math. We have people that are so good of biology, with history and this kind of things. So I remember that I'm not so good with math and this kind of things, physical, you know. So but I have a lot of friends that is so good, it's so better than me, you know, in this kind of subject. And oh my god, I'm not enough to do this. I don't have capacity to do this, you know. And I start to compare myself all the times, you know. So I guess it is one kind. When I failed, I compare myself a lot with other people.
I totally feel you. Like when we're taking up an exam, we can't help but comparing ourselves. It's insane. Guys, I would like to skip to question 9 because I don't know if Mariana or Angel, if you want to talk to address something about the matter, the social issue that I meant, which is the question is, do you think this syndrome can mainly affect underrepresented or disadvantaged groups? Why we're not the minorities? Would you like to address something about it? Yes, no, no, yes. I'm
Go
just
ahead, Mariana. You first, please.
if you don't want to, there's no problem. No, no problem.
Expect, you know, when you're a minority, you always be more, I don't know, you feel awful than older people, you know. uh, it's weird because I say that I'm trying to feel better about myself, and all the the others say the opposite thing, and I feel, oh my God, maybe I'm wrong, So I
That
don't
is
know.
good. I
Yeah.
feel ya. I just bring it up, guys, because you mentioned something about you being black, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. I'm black, but I'm very privileged about my skin color because I'm not too black. If it's that possible, I'm 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 suffer about racism. So oh my I almost never, And so but I know that my friends and people that I know suffer so much things that I never know, I never do with myself. So it's sad.
got it. There's this thing about colorism, right?
Yeah,
Something related to that. Got it.
yeah,
What about you,
yeah,
Wendell?
Yeah, I
Would you
think
live?
it's yeah, I totally agree with this kind of quote. Is a disadvantage, to be underrepresented because I think the society show you that you aren't enough. Is that's the point. That's and not only that, but about the whole structure of the society. Because usually you are poor, you are black, you live in bad location, bad places, that you don't have a person or a people that represent you in the society. So it's very hard. And for me, I think the most important thing that I learned in my life, is to try to overcome this barrier in my life. Since I start to overcome this, it wasn't hard, of course, it wasn't hard. But since I start to do it, I start to face all the things in my life with another eyes. And I remember when I was teenager and I used to be very shy, I used to be very, I kind of, I didn't, I didn't want to express myself, I didn't, appear in the location with a lot of people and something like that, and only nowadays I can, realize that is is the racism way of, to what the racism do with us. So that's it.
Great. Thanks for sharing, you both. Thanks so much. Okay. So, I think we're quite running out of time, but here we go. We can go back to the fourth question. This is a good question too. The fourth one, how do you usually react to positive feedback? I just don't believe in. I always try to spot out, to point out a mistake, a failure, something like that. Do you guys feel the same? Share with us, please.
And I always think that people are just kidding with me, when people give me some compliments or positive feedback. And I think that's it. That I do not deserve this kind of feedback, or I just did what everyone anyone else could do, even better than me. So I totally think that I have this syndrome, I'm an imposter.
Who
I
does
live
it?
with this.
God damn
I
it.
live with this. Yes.
Thanks for sharing, Paula. Anyone else? What about you, Deandra? How do you feel about it?
So I accept it, but I appreciate and then be reflection about that. And then, oh, look at this person saw this quality. Maybe most doesn't see. Or really, this is positive feedback? I don't know. I really reflect on this situation.
Okay, thanks for sharing. What about you, Yuri? How do you feel about it?
Well, I feel the same, you know. I start to, oh my God, I start to not believe about this. I start to search for the person. Uh, you sure about this? You know, why you we have a lot of people better than me? Why you say this for me? You know, things like that. But of course, I accept. But I sometimes I don't feel so good, you know, because it's not for me. Sometimes it's not one feeling that I very use it, you know, all the times, you know, to how to deal with good feedback, you know. I'm not so comfortable, you know. I guess it's very related with this kind of feeling that you are not enough, you know. So for me, this.
Yes, that's true. So relatable. What about you, Wendell? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel the same. You know, it's hard for me to receive positive feedback, you know, and sometimes I feel it's a bit uncomfortable for me. So I really don't know how to what to do.
I feel that. So, welcome back. How was the conversation?
It was captivating. I would describe it like that.
Hey, great. That's awesome. Is there any question that you would like to answer right here, guys? Any question that you found too interesting? Yes, no, no, yes.
You know, Melissa, I would like to share something. In our group, everybody is suffering from imposter syndrome, you know, because in the question about genius, we all said we are not genius in anything in life, you know. So
Who doesn't? Who doesn't has a hard time with it? Okay. What else, guys? Would you like to address something else?
We
What about
were answering this question too, sorry, that Gustavo said. And I was saying that when I was like kid, I learned things really quickly because I had a good memory. And sometimes I had to struggle with things that were simple to others. And I thought, oh my gosh, I cannot do even this simple thing, but I can do others, you know? But we are good at some points and we are bad at others, you know? I guess as early as we realize it, better.
that's true. So true, so true, so true. Guys, I would like to share a a link with you on Telegram group because there are more symptoms, more imposter symptoms. I think that you all, I don't know, maybe you all do identify with all the symptoms. I really did. I don't know you. Well, Rosilani, how was it? Did you like your experience?
This experience about the class,
It's not a class. It's just
the about this experience.
yes, on TNT. How was the conversation? Did you like it?
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Very different about this I expect. It's very interesting. The group is amazing. I don't know the subjects about the conversations you put in the group in the week ago later, for example.
No, just 30 minutes before. 30 minutes before.
Okay. It's a surprise.
Kind of.
Oh.
But Mel, can I say something?
Yes.
Yeah, but we have here the WhatsApp group, which is a paid group where you can receive beforehand all the topics and all the links to the meetings during all the week. So you don't need to schedule anymore or put your name on the waiting list if there is no spot available. So you can choose. It's, I think, 20 reais. I don't know. Yeah, 20 reais. So, but if you don't want to join the WhatsApp group, you can just check on the Telegram group, because we will send the topic 30 minutes before the meeting.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Nice. Well, what about you, Mariana? How was it? Did you like it? I really hope so.
Very interested. Before I come here, I have no idea what it is is going to. So I'm excited about it. It's very nice.
Great. So I think we can stop the live, right, Paula?
Yeah, can stop
Nice.
live anytime. So I'm curious, because Rosalane said that it was completely different what she have thought about. So what did you think about it before joining us?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts about it?
I just think you talk about the things. I don't think about the questions. I don't expect for this. I don't